Hi, First Lutheran friends. My name is Anna Durham, formerly Anna Tucker, and I guess you could say that I am a First Lutheran graduate. I attended First Lutheran back in the 90s, early 2000s, which does not seem like that long ago, and yet here we are in 2020, so I'm not really sure how that happened. But I was talking to Pastor Jay a couple of weeks ago, and he asked me to make this quick video about what my faith has meant to me, what First Lutheran has meant to me, and what First Lutheran's outreach in particular has meant to me. I moved to Missouri from North Carolina in 2003, and right off the bat, I started to struggle to connect with churches in Missouri. Missouri Synod does have a little bit of a different philosophy than what I was raised with in the ELCA, and it made it a little hard to connect. With the ELCA, I always knew that ministry through service was going to be an important part of my life and going to be something that that would guide my footsteps. And I have since become a social worker, and that ideal has really carried me through. It guides my practice. It guides not just who I am, but how I am and how I live my daily life. So when I moved to Missouri and struggled to find a home church, it was tough for me. I actually spent a good bit of time emailing Pastor Charlie back in the day, trying to find a church that I could feel at home at, and I never really did. Unfortunately, I've attended several churches over the years and just never really connected the same way that I did at first. Now, with that said, First Lutheran does set the bar very, very high. First is just an exceptional example of what a church should be. But the long and the short of it is that I don't regularly attend church as much as I would like to, and where I would like to. So on Easter Sunday this year, it's kind of a funny story, I was standing in my kitchen cooking dinner, getting ready for my husband to come home from work. We were going to have Easter dinner, and I was baking a cake and scrolling through Facebook, as you do, and I noticed that First Lutheran was live streaming the Easter Sunday service. I thought, oh, that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to throw that up on my television set. I casted it up to the television set, and as I was cooking my Easter ham and chopping things, I watched the church service, and I sang the hymns, and I spoke the liturgy, and it felt so good to be connected to what I still consider to be my home church. It felt amazing to see people that I knew, to see places that I knew, to see Jeremy Streba's mom singing in the choir. That was fantastic. That was fantastic for me. It legitimately brought tears to my eyes, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. And when it came time for communion, I was entirely unprepared. I cut a slice off the cake that I had just baked, and I poured a splash of my red wine into a little measuring cup, and I had communion standing right there in my kitchen. And it sounds silly, but it really made me feel very connected to where I came from and to who I am, and that's something that I had not experienced in quite a while. So when Pastor Jay mentioned that, that the church is exploring different methods of outreach, different technological pathways, I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in and let everyone know how something so simple as streaming to Facebook Live can be so meaningful to someone who's so far away. My husband's in the Air Force. We're at Scott Air Force Base right now in Illinois, and there's not a lot of chance that we're gonna return to North Carolina anytime in the near future. But knowing that on a Sunday I can just flip on my phone and tune into the service and attend church, when otherwise I would just be sitting reading a book or going grocery shopping, is incredibly meaningful and reassuring. And I want to say thank you for giving me that opportunity, and how much I hope that it's able to continue, because it truly is a ministry of service and a strong point of outreach. I hope everyone is doing well. I miss you guys, and thank you for this opportunity to visit and share my experience.